Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we have some more massive rumors to go over for Pokemon Legends Arceus. A Reddit user has made a detailed analysis going over all of the potential rumors and so-called leaks going around the internet right now. So Centros in there, Eclipse is in there, the Ball Guy leaks is in there, Chinese Riddle is in there. Absolutely everybody talking about rumors is in this post. So we're going to be covering it today. It is just a rumor as always, so take it with a grain of salt. They do end up being false, but some of the people in this post have a pretty good track record, so might be giving you a bit of a more reason to believe it. But anyway, if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on these rumors and potential leaks. Subscribe if you're brand new. Let's get into the video. So, starting things off, first of all, before we even get into the post, a massive shout out to Key Inevitable, who is the brains behind this huge Reddit post. It will be linked in the description down below as always, but as you can see, it contains Chinese Riddler, Centro, Ball Guy leaks is in there, and I think there's some more stuff about Eclipse in there as well. Now, as I always say, these are just rumors, but a couple of these people, like the Chinese Riddler, have basically got things right in the past. The Ball Guys leak, I do believe, got the Hisuian Zoro and Zorok right before they were announced, so there is a little bit of legitimacy within these kind of people's posts and stuff. So yeah, this is just a massive detailed analysis pushing everything together in one nice, easy to read place. So let's get into it. It says, okay, so we are going to suppose that both Centros Riddle and Ball Guys leaks are real. Okay, we know the facts. So there is no new forms or evolutions for Generation 4 Pokemon. We've seen 80% of the original Sinnoh decks in-game, and there is no new forms. Plus, they want to reinforce the iconic traits of the gen, adding new things. So all the regional forms so far have been from the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 5th gen, especially 1st and 5th. No Kalosian, Alolan, or Galarian native Pokemon had any new forms, so we must stick to this pattern until confirmed otherwise. There is no regional evolutions, so that's new evolutions exclusive from a regional form, so Runerigus, Berserker, Mr. Rime on this game so far. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum are the first games to introduce gender-exclusive split evolutions for previous existing Pokemon, such as Gallade and Frostlass, so wouldn't it be rare to add new ones? Pokemon already seen in-game can't have a Hisuian form. We never had regional and original forms coexisting in the same region. Apart from, I guess, Let's Go, but I mean, you get them traded, so yeah, they don't coexist in like the wild, basically. And then Alpha Pokemon seems to always be the final stage evolution, so any Pokemon capable of reaching the Alpha status can't get new evolutions. So, let's talk about the Chinese Riddler's starter riddle. So, this is the Chinese Riddler's original post, so basically it had like this thing about Centro there, and then these pictures down here, which is like some buff anime girl, I guess this is like a witch or something, and then like a moth with a moon, and then I think they're talking about Centro's fate riddle or something like that. So this says, about the Chinese Riddler's part, I still think all the three images are only the Rowlet line, but it can also be, as many of us thought, the secondary types of the final stages. The buff girl is 100% Rowlet, as I explained on the link above. We're gonna suppose the Chinese Riddler used the grass first, second fire, and third water pattern the Dex uses on every region. So we have Rowlet, who is grass fighting, which is the buff girl, Cyndaquil, which is a fire ghost kimono, and then Oshawott, which is water fairy. But then we have Ball Guy leaks here saying, in Legends Arceus, Decidueye is going to be grass fighting, Samurott is going to be water dark, and then Typhlosion is going to be fire ghost. Only the final forms are Hisuian forms. Second stages are normal. More soon. So yeah, this is I think just Key Inevitable saying that's what he thinks like the typings are going to be. But here they're kind of like confirmed, I guess. Well, not necessarily confirmed, but they are a little bit wrong as well, because Oshawott here is water fairy, but then the Ball Guy leaks, who's apparently right, is saying water dark there for Hisuian Samurott. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, this isn't Key Inevitable saying these are definitely the typings. This is just saying what he thinks they're going to be. And then this is Ball Guy saying what they are going to be. So, again, Ball Guy doesn't exactly have, like, confirmation or anything until we get the actual typings. But we'll have to wait and see. Then, next up, we have Centros Riddle. So, Centros Riddle, including the Chinese Riddler's starters riddle. So, this is the big kind of riddle that's been going all over the place that you probably have seen at this point. Which is kind of, I guess, just showing off new Pokemon, but like very strategically. So we'll have it up and then we can go back to it. So the Kimono Ghost refers to Cyndaquil's evolutions typing. Zoro and Perona refers to Hisuian Zoroark, so I'm guessing that's these two people. I think they're from One Piece or something. I don't watch anime. The Double Hearts cloud can be literally any cloud-related Pokemon or Pokemon whose regional variants such as switch to flying types. So that could be like, I don't know, Altaria maybe. We all know the old Pokeball must be Hisuian Voltorb and Electrode. So yeah, that's the one that's obviously been going around quite a bit. The swimsuit girl, I have nothing to say here. She is Makai from the Love Live though. So go Google some information. Maybe you can come out with some clues. Beef girl refers to Rowlet evolutions typing. The mustache cacti is a Cactuar from the Final Fantasy series. The specific Cactuar class is a Gigantuar. The only desert region of Sinnoh was Stark Mountain, and we've already seen it in game, being significantly smaller and with closely no terrain surrounding it, so there is no desert in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think it's a reference to Sudowoodo, since both are cartoony and share the same pose. So that's that one that they're talking about there. Next up, we have the Snail Ring, which is a little bit weird. I think it's many of you refers to a Dunsparce being Ouroboros. Ball Guy Leaks and Eclipse also mentions an actual Dunsparce related Pokemon, but the last Pokemon says it's Steel type, which makes me think about the drill at the end of their tail and makes the Ouroboros theory a little bit weird. Dunsparce also resembles the Caduceus or whatever staff. Also, the thing about Dunsparce, which is interesting, I think in the Pokemon Sword Pokedex entry, it says that like Dunsparce used to be like a dragon or something, so in like ancient times, so maybe it could be a reference to that as well, like we might actually be getting like ancient time Pokemon. So the Moon Moth refers to Oshawott evolutions, so that's that there, and at the bottom we have like a battleship, and then a woman, and then another picture. So the warship can't be Avalugg nor Dragapult. If we apply the regional forms pattern mentioned above, you know which Pokemon is wide enough to be seen as a flat surface and is also related to planes. New Mantine evolution. Other suitable candidates for Hisuian forms are Lapras, Walrein, Wailord, and Crustle. The retro manga panel girl, Mami from Esper Mami, maybe a new evolution or psychic type form. I'm going to assume the thing is on the neck is a vampire bite, even if it looks more like a cut split evolution for Zubat line, or regional forms for Noibat or Woobat. And then we have a new bear Pokemon. It's not Ursaring because we've seen it as an alpha Pokemon. Plus, Ball Guide League says it's not an Ursaring evolution, but another bear Pokemon. So Centro said it was going to be an Ursaring evolution that was rideable, but then Ball Guide League says it's not going to be an evolution of Ursaring. A lot of people thinking it's going to be a Spinder now. But that includes Teddy Ursa itself, so branched evolution is possible. Brown bears are the most iconic bears in Hokkaido, so my bet is on the split evolution theory. Since Beware and Pancham are excluded because of the regional pattern, the other possible bears are Hisuian Beartic or branched Munchlax evolution. In any culture they raise bear cubs and eat them, so maybe ghost or dark type bear. I still think it could be like potentially a Spinder or something. And then we have the Ball Guy Leaks riddle, which is talking about the baby Pokemon. So basically Ball Guy said that there was going to be like a new Hisuian evolutionary line of baby Pokemon, and then I think they tweeted this out as well with some crosses of who it's definitely not going to be. So anyway, I don't know if Ball Guys Leaks is Asian or Eclipse in disguise or whatever. All I care about is their reliability. The tweet about the Hisuian Zoroark before it was revealed, and without knowing the normal ghost typing, saying black-white means Unnovan Zoroark beats Hisuian Zoroark because of the typing, since dark is the only weakness. To me, maybe it's a stretch or reach or even a lucky guess, but since we already covered Centros Riddle, we're going to assume they're also real. So yeah, it wasn't like a flat-out thing that Ball Guys was like, oh yeah, it's definitely this typing. But yeah, a lot of people are taking what he kind of posted to say that like he's, I guess, legit or something. So they said only one Pokemon, baby Pokemon line is getting a new Hisuian form. Note this affirmation may hint other will have new evolutions instead. This is a list for my logic to solve the riddle. So it goes over like new evolutions, likely to have Hisuian forms in their lanes, unlikely to have Hisuian forms in the lanes, and then impossible to have Hisuian forms in their lanes. So we're obviously only really bothered about like these ones here because we're not really too bothered about who definitely isn't getting a form. But again, you can go read this yourself if you want. It's going to be in the description. So the new evolution, so Mantine, we've seen Mantine in game already, so it can't be a Hisuian form. And then Bonsly was introduced on this gen and is too similar to Sudowoodo to change his only Sudowoodo design. A Hisuian Sudowoodo who doesn't deviate from Johtoanian Sudowoodo design lanes too much still possible, so likely to have Hisuian forms in their lanes. So Pichu, a Hisuian Raichu based on the Beta Raichu evolution Gorochu, which I would love to see. Cleffa, we could have a Hisuian Clefable, Igglybuff, Azurill, Wynaut, and Smoochum. So these are the most likely ones. We also heard that Jinx cry, didn't we? I'm pretty sure. Like ages ago in Pokemon Home, like there was that scrap Jinx cry. So maybe it's a Hisuian Smoochum, Hisuian Jinx, and then that is the cry of what we heard in Pokemon Home, because it is still possible. And it says, there is only one thing that makes me feel unsure about Ball Guy leaks. They said the climbing mount is a new Sneasel evolution. It sounds pretty weird to me to add a split evolution to a Pokemon with a Gen 4 evolution, and also it seems to be big in comparison to Sneasel. So yeah, again, it's an interesting one for sure, but something that's also kind of caught my eye, and it was tweeted out from this person here, which is actually really good, kind of like, is really smart. So basically he replied to the Ball Guys leak saying, because of this, Ash's Pokemon Quilava has not developed any further. There are also many references in the anime. So you gotta think that the anime does kind of, I don't know, intertwine with the games. Ash usually travels to like the locations and stuff where the games are taking place. Like right now he's doing like, well, not right now, but he's done like massive Sinnoh kind of arcs and stuff because of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And I'm sure there'll be some sort of like ancient Sinnoh arc, like maybe he goes back in time or something. But you do have to think that all the starter Pokemon in Legends Arceus don't have, that Ash owns, have not evolved. So Ball Guy leaks here is saying that like only the final forms are Hisuian forms. So Ash has a Quilava, Ash has an Oshawott, and Ash has a Rowlet. All three of these could easily evolve into the Hisuian forms during the Hisuian kind of arc of the anime. So, I mean, it is a good shout, and like I say, they do link with the anime in the game, so maybe that is something that they never really wanted to evolve Quilava because of that. Maybe this whole time they were like, oh, if we ever do, we could use these Pokemon because Ash hasn't evolved them. So yeah, that's something to think about, but I mean, it might just be adding fuel to the fire or what. We also have this as well. Answer to the moon moth picture from a cliff, plus proof more proof that Ball Guy is legit. So, since someone finally got it right, here's why the moth/moon riddle is pointing at Samurot's new typing. When I said multiple times only Japanese speakers could get it, so Moonlight is Gecko and then Moth is Gar, so Greninja is Gekuga, referring to its types, which are water and dark. So I don't know why that makes Ball Guys more legit, but I guess that's because Ball Guys tweeted it out. They're saying water dark, and then I think they're kind of using this as like Eclipse is definitely legit, and then that means that Ball Guys is legit, because in the post that we covered the other day with Eclipse, he did say that like Ball Guys was like legit and Samus Hunter was legit, and then obviously Eclipse was legit, so that's what he was saying there. So we'll have to wait and see. Of course, we're most likely going to be getting a trailer next week regardless, because we'll get gameplay of Hisuian Zoro and Zoroark and their typings and everything, because we haven't actually seen gameplay of them. We've just obviously had the video, and they're not on the website or anything yet. So yeah, we'll probably get something next week. I could easily see a Legends Arceus and a new BDSP trailer. I really hope it's a Pokemon Presents, but it is unlikely. I could just more or less see what they did last time, where they just dropped some trailers. Anyway, that's gonna be all the rumors and stuff today. I'm probably not gonna be covering any more rumors for a while, because this is like all the big ones. Like there's more like hints and stuff that kind of get dropped and everything, but I only really want to do rumor videos if it's like something like this, like covering all the rumors and stuff at once, and not just doing like a random 4chan post or Reddit post. So anyway, that's going to be everything from today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like down below, leave a comment. What are your thoughts on all of this? Subscribe if you're brand new, and until next time, peace.